Greetings, peace. All right, so I'm already back with part two. I know on part one of was all about the being state, the magic of be. And so I was like, since I already kind of touched on the magic of do, I might as well go ahead and record this second part. And so this second part is all about the magic of do. So I'm looking at the be, or we are looking at how to be, do, and have when we talk about manifestation. And so in part one, I talked about the being state, and most people jump straight into the doing state, which causes a problem. Go back and watch part one. But I did talk about that there. Most people jump into the doing state, which creates a little bit of a manifestation. It might even create a massive manifestation, but it's one that's hard to maintain. And it actually, when we jump into the doing state before handling the being state, what happens is we create things and we lose. We create things and we lose. We create things and we lose. And then that creates a pattern in the subconscious mind that we can't have what we really want. It actually creates more fear. So make sure that you go and watch the magic of be, which was the first part of this. And then obviously, if you want to know more, get access to the How to Manifest Anything You Want crash course. And that link is down below or wherever it is, wherever you're watching this. And so in the first part, we talked about how manifesting is actually multiplying and becoming more of who and what you already are. It's about multiplying who and what you already are. And so that is what manifesting is. It's not no big woo, it's like you are, you be, from be doing have, you be. The universe says, oh, that's who she is. That's who they are. That's who he is. Okay, let me give back to them more of who and what they already are. So the being state is very, very important because it is actually the activating force of the whole manifestation process. The doing then is actually, doing usually starts with a decision. Most of the time we are manifesting from an unintentional standpoint, meaning most people don't even know why their lives are the way that they are, why they're creating what they're creating time and time again. They can't pinpoint what it is because it's so within the subconscious, it's so much a part of who they are. They can't even pinpoint where it is coming from, right? And so then the doing state, once you really pinpoint who you are and what you want to manifest more of, the doing state then begins with a clear decision, a very, very clear decision. Every time that I have personally manifested greatly and fast was because I made a very, very clear decision. I first got clear on who I was. Again, going back to that being state, I got very, very clear on who I was, especially if I was in some sort of state where I was not manifesting what I wanted, or my life was not what I desired, or I was having outcomes that I didn't want. I had to get very, very clear on who am I really? Because here's a little hint, and I was going to save this for the actual crash course, but I want to say this here. Here's a little hint, is that you are greater and more powerful than what you most likely know or operating in. So most of the time, and I found this with a lot of my private clients, the reason why they're manifesting what they don't want is because they have become who they don't want to be. And they're not very clear on who they actually are. They're not really clear on their divine power. They're not really clear that they are, if they, depending on their belief system, that they are a child of the Most High, that they are, one of my favorite songs by Mary is The God in Me, right? They're not clear that it is the divine that dwells within them. So they have this programming of, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, I can't have, I want to have, but I can't, I want to do, but I can't, I want to achieve, but I can't, my mama said I can't, school said I can't, so it's all of these, ingrained thoughts. And even if they don't have a low self-esteem, it is there's a lot of fear about what they really can be. Like they might be living a good life on the outside, but it's the life that somebody else chose for them, and this might, if it's you, I really encourage you to pay attention. And so, so they are manifesting the life of someone else. They're manifesting a reality of someone else, and they're not manifesting who they be, right? Be, do, and have, who they are, the I am that is within them. And so when you get very, very clear on who you are, on your divine self, on your divine right to have what is good for you, then you can make a decision to have it. And a decision, and some of you maybe have heard of this, the definition of a decision, if we look at how the word ends with scission, it usually means to cut off, right? So if we look at like incision, you're cutting something off. Or if you look at the term like decide, if you use that word, decide, if we look at the ending of that word, side usually means to cut off, like genocide, to kill off, like genocide, suicide, homicide, right? Those are all harsh words, but they all mean the ending of something, right? The bringing, the death of something, the ending of something. And usually where there's an ending, there's a new beginning. And so there is a part of you that you do have to release, that part of you that you have identified as you, that's really not the God within you. It's the lower you, right? That lower part of you has to be cut off when you are wanting to go up to your next level. And so a decision is something that is very, very important in the manifestation process. Most people don't decide to have something until they can see how it is possible for them to have it. And that's just not the way it is. That's just not the way it works. Every time that I have manifested greatly, every time that I've manifested like a dream reality, it was because I decided to have it even when it appeared that it was impossible, even when I had no even understanding of how to get it done. In part one, I talked about my book when I decided to become a published author, when I decided to write The Magic of Self-Love. And when I proclaimed that, I didn't have an outline. I didn't have a chapter. I didn't even know. I just knew it would be about self-love, which that itself is such a huge topic. It could go in so many different ways, so many different storylines. Would it be fiction? Would it be nonfiction? Would it only focus on women? Would it focus on everybody? Would it be about my self-love? Would it be about your, like this, would it be about bubble baths? Or would it be about, taking care of your physical health, mental health, spiritual health? Like there's so many different ways that self-love, this book could have gone, right? When I proclaimed that I was going to write a book about the magic of self-love, I had no clear idea on how to publish a book, how to, what are the dimensions, what is the actual size of the average book, how to get an ISBN number. I didn't know none of that. I know none of that. But I did know that I had made a clear decision that it will be done. And I got it done in about a year. And it probably would have been done faster than that had I not drug my feet and second guessed myself and started and stopped and started and stopped. I probably would have gotten it done in about, 60 days. Right. And so most manifestations can happen very quickly, 30 to 60 days. Rapid, massive manifestations can happen in that amount of time, but a clear decision has to be made. And you can't wait until you know how you're going to do it for you to decide to do it, because the universe is waiting for you to first get into the being state, which we talked about in part one, and then to decide, because the universe sees you as a divine. The universe is waiting on you. A lot of times we make the universe so big, like, ooh, the universe brought me. The universe sees you as big. The universe sees you as in the likeness and image of God. The universe sees you as the creator. So the universe is waiting for you to make a decision. So in manifesting, before you even start to take action, for example, before I took action on this book, before I wrote a chapter, I really had to make the decision it's going to happen. And most of you, if you have dreams and desires that you've been, what they say, pussyfooting around on, it's because you haven't decided to have it. You haven't decided to have it. You're still in the wanting. I wish I could have it phase, but not in the decision making phase. You haven't made a clear choice that this is what I want and it is mine. It's that simple. It's that simple. So I encourage you, if this message in part 1, there might be a part 3 to this, quick little tutorial, but if this has benefited you and you have dreams and big dreams and desires and wishes that you are tired of being wishes and dreams that you want to manifest into your physical reality, I highly encourage that you register for the How to Manifest Anything You Want crash course. It is a crash course. Why? Because we are in 2021. The time in which I'm recording this is 2021. And if you watch my reading of the year, which is still available on YouTube, I said that 2021 would be a year in which we will all manifest very, very quickly. Now, what you manifest, whether it's what you want or what you don't want, is up to you. But because the energy of this year is about quick manifestation, we will all be manifesting at an accelerated rate. And if you've paid attention to the thoughts that you've had, you probably had like fleeting thoughts and then it manifests, or a thinking about someone and they call you like faster than ever. Like that always happens, but faster than ever is because that's the energy of this year. And so if you have dreams, goals, a vision, desires, I don't care how big they are or how small they are. If you're tired of playing small, if you're tired of wishing and wanting, I highly encourage that you get the How to Manifest Anything You Want crash course. The early bird price ends on March 18th, and then the course drops on March 21st. It is an audio course, so you can listen to it, rewind, play it again, start over, take notes, and all of those sorts of things. It's a crash course again because I didn't want to do it in 3 and 4 and 7 part series and all of that, because that's just not the energy of this year. The energy of this year is about the visionary. It's about the person who has a vision and they run with it quickly. They have the vision, they get the information they need, and they run with it quickly. Those will be the ones who, by the end of the year, and even in the years to come, will be very, very happy about what they manifested, because they're manifesting quickly with more intention. And so if that is you, if you're somebody who, maybe is just a leader and you are wanting to lead your family, your company, yourself to the next level, then this is for you. If you're somebody who wants to create a legacy, let's just say you are tired of the way things have been in your family line, and you want things to be different and better and greater. You want to end generational curses. You want to, your children, your children's children, and your nieces and nephews, and those who come after you to be on a different trajectory, then this is for you. If you are somebody who has been wanting to do something and you've been making it more difficult than what it has to be, then this is for you. If you are someone who is, like, oh, I manifest great here and there sporadically, but I really want to become more consistent on manifesting the dreams and desires in the life that I want for myself, then this is for you. Make sure that you register now for the How to Manifest Anything You Want crash course, because we go deep on, is no fluff. It's a crash course on exactly how to do it step by step, including some stories from my own personal life and the lives of my private clients who have done this for themselves. So if this is something that you want, to make sure that you register. This will be the only time in 2021 that this course will be at the low price that it is. It is only $47 for the early bird, and then $77 after March 18th. And then again, it drops on March 21st. And then when I re-release it again, it won't even be 77. It will be more than that. So you want to make sure that if this resonates with you, that you go ahead and invest in yourself so that you can continue to manifest with intention and with consistency time and time again. All right. So until we speak again, I'm wishing you so much peace and love. And I look forward to, I was going to say seeing you, but it's an audio course. So I look forward to speaking to you through the audio course on How to Manifest Anything You Want crash course.